Welcome back to the Daily English Talk, your podcast for mastering everyday English conversations. I'm your host, Liam, and today we have a very special guest who's going to help us navigate one of the most common social situations, ordering coffee. Please welcome Chloe.
Hi, Liam. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here and help our listeners feel more confident when they step into a cafe.
Fantastic. So, Chloe, for many English learners, even a simple task like ordering coffee can feel a bit daunting. What are some of the common anxieties people might have?
I think it's a mix of things. Firstly, there's the vocabulary, all the different types of coffee, milk options, sizes. Then there's the speed of the barista, the background noise in a busy cafe, and the fear of making a mistake or not being understood.
Absolutely. Let's break it down. We'll start with the very basics. Imagine you walk into a cafe. What's the first thing you'll likely hear or say?
The most common greeting you'll hear is something like, "Hi, what can I get for you?" Or, "Welcome, can I help you?"
And a polite response to that would be,
You can simply say, "Hi, I'd like a coffee, please." Or, "Hello, can I have a type of coffee, please?" Using please is really important for politeness in English.
good point. So, let's talk about the actual coffee. There are so many options. What are the most common types of coffee people order?
The most straightforward is a black coffee, which is just coffee with no milk or sugar. Then you have espresso, which is a strong, concentrated coffee. From espresso, we get cappuccino, which is espresso with steamed milk and a lot of foam, and latte, which is espresso with steamed milk and just a little bit of foam.
Latte and cappuccino, those are popular. What about something like an Americano?
An Americano is a good one to know. It's espresso with hot water added. It's less intense than a straight espresso.
And for those who prefer something a bit sweeter or with a twist?
You might hear mocha, which is a chocolate-flavored latte. Or you could ask for flavored syrup, like vanilla, caramel, or hazelnut, to be added to your coffee. So you could say, "Can I have a vanilla latte, please?"
That's helpful. Now, let's consider the size. This can be confusing with different names.
It can be. In many cafes, you'll see small, medium, and large. Sometimes they might use specific names like tall, grande, and venti, which are popular from certain coffee chains. But generally, if you're unsure, asking "What sizes do you have?" is a good strategy.
And if you want a standard size, what would you say?
You could say, "I'll have a medium latte, please," or "Could I get a large black coffee?"
What about milk? This is a big one for people with dietary restrictions or preferences.
Definitely. The standard is usually whole milk or regular milk. But you can also ask for skim milk, which is low fat, soy milk, almond milk, or oat milk. So you could say, "Could I have a small cappuccino with oat milk, please?"
That covers a lot of ground. So let's put it all together. Imagine I'm ordering a medium latte with almond milk. How would I say that?
You could say, "Hi, I'd like a medium latte with almond milk, please." Or, "Can I get a medium almond milk latte?"
Simple and clear. Now, what if you want to add something like sugar or a flavor?
You can add that to the end of your order. For example, "Could I have a large mocha with an extra shot of espresso, please?" Or, "I'd like a small black coffee with sugar, please."
What about an extra shot? That means more espresso, right?
Exactly. It makes the coffee stronger. And if you're unsure about something, don't be afraid to ask. You can say, "What's in a flat white?" Or, "Do you have any non-dairy milk options?"
That's reassuring. So we've covered ordering. What happens next? The barista will usually confirm your order.
Yes, they might say, "So that's one medium latte with almond milk?" Or they might repeat it back. It's good to listen carefully and confirm if they got it right. If they made a mistake, you can politely correct them like, "Actually, I asked for oat milk, please."
And then they'll usually ask for your name.
That's right. They'll say, "Can I get a name for that?" Or, "What name should I put on the cup?" Your response would simply be your name. It's Chloe or Chloe.
And finally, payment.
They'll tell you the total cost. You can pay with cash or card. If you're paying with a card, they might ask tap or insert, meaning whether to tap your card or insert it into the machine.
Okay, so let's do a quick role play. I'll be the customer, and you be the barista.
Sounds good.
Hi, I'd like a large cappuccino with skim milk, please.
Sure thing. So that's one large cappuccino with skim milk. Can I get a name for that?
It's Liam.
Perfect, Liam. That'll be $4.50.
Here you go.
Thanks. Just tap your card whenever you're ready.
All set?
Yep, all done. We'll call your name when it's ready.
That felt pretty smooth.
It did. The key is to be clear and polite. And remember, most baristas are used to people asking questions or ordering in different ways. They're there to help.
Are there any common phrases or slang we might hear in a cafe setting?
Well, to go or for here is a very common question. To go means you want to take the coffee with you, and for here means you'll drink it in the cafe. So, after they confirm your order, they might ask, "Is that for here or to go?"
And the answer is straightforward then.
Exactly. To go, please. Or, for here, please. Another thing you might hear is about pastries or snacks. They might ask, "Would you like anything else?" Or, "Anything else with that?"
So, if you want to add a croissant, you'd say,
You could say, "Yes, I'll take a croissant too, please." Or, "No, thank you, just the coffee for now."
what about the actual coffee making process? Sometimes you see them doing fancy latte art.
That's true. If you order a latte or cappuccino, you'll often get that. It's just a visual element, nothing to worry about.
Let's talk about potential pitfalls. What are some common mistakes English learners make?
Sometimes people get flustered and just say coffee without specifying, or they might use incorrect grammar like, "I want coffee," instead of, "I'd like a coffee." While people will likely understand, "I'd like," or "Can I have," are more polite and natural.
And pronunciation can be tricky. Words like espresso or cappuccino.
Definitely. For espresso, it's S press O, and cappuccino is cap-pa-chi-no. It takes practice, but listening to native speakers and repeating is the best way to improve.
So, for our listeners who are still a bit nervous, what's your top tip?
My biggest tip is to practice. Before you go to a cafe, practice saying your order out loud at home. You can even record yourself. Or, if you're with a friend who speaks English, ask them to role play with you. Also, don't be afraid to point to the menu if you're unsure. You can say, "I'll have that one, please," and point.
That's a great practical tip. So, if you're in a cafe and you see something on the menu you like, but you don't know the name, you can just point.
Absolutely. It's a universal language, and most of the time, the barista will understand.
We've covered a lot of ground today, from basic greetings to different coffee types, milk options, sizes, and even payment. Chloe, thank you so much for breaking this down for us.
My pleasure, Liam. I hope our listeners feel a little more confident now. Remember, practice makes perfect.
Absolutely. And to our listeners, if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, please let us know. You can find us on mentioned social media handles or website.
Until next time, keep practicing your English.
Thanks for listening to the Daily English Talk. See you next time.